Okay, so drilled magnets in and just sanded any excess glue off them. I used an epoxy. I actually used the Gorilla 5-minute set epoxy for these. It's nice and strong. I've tried using normal wood glues before, but it's not strong enough. You do need an epoxy with a magnet. I mean, these are like these really strong earth magnets anyway, so, or it's very strong magnets. So that's the box. So holds the lid on lovely. So now we've done that bit, we can go ahead and get the inner drawers done. Now, I've not done any fine really sanding onto this. This is still all to be sanded. The reason I leave it till this stage to be doing any major sanding is if I need to do any adjustments to the lid. It's a bit of a safeguard really. If the magnets were sitting slightly off, I would be able to adjust a drawer to that shape. So it's just about giving you some space for any errors that occur. But now I could go ahead and get it all sanded, finished, slight rounding off the back, slight rounding off the front, and we would be ready to go then. But before I do that, I want to get the drawers in. Now the way I do that is I use right, there's a little magnet there. It's about just about 1 mil or 2 mil thick. I will sit it into the bottom of the box here. Put the box in. Oh, hold on, we need another one. Right, got 3 to give me about 1/8 of an inch above. So I put the 3 in the bottom. I sit the box in on top, and as you can see, that gives me a little lip now. Now when I go to glue this lid on, I need to first eye it up to where it should be sitting to make sure that it gets a drawer. Keep it down below. I will put a little bit of paper inside there, just a little bit of scrap paper. Anyway, just to sit it in there to make sure that the drawer doesn't move too much like that. And then I will sit it flat, pop the lid on the top. I'll eye it from above to make sure that it's sitting there correctly, and then I will just put a weight on top of it. That's the way that I do the drawers. Then when it's all dry, it's just normal wood glue I use. When it's all dry, you basically pull it out, take the paper out, and that's your drawer ready. Okay, I'm not going to show that on camera because there's a lot of fiddling about with that bit, but basically I put a couple of little washers in at the back just to let the drawer hand high, put a little bit of glue on there, eye it up, a bit of paper in there to keep the drawer down, eye it up and pop it on a flat surface with a weight on it and give it a chance to dry. Okay, while the rest of it's drying, all the epoxy and that's drying, we'll get the stem ready. All I basically do is I use the Dremel to go around all the edges and just round them off, including the tops here, and a little sanding disc which I have, and I just use that to rub over and smooth out the edges once that's done. So I'll carry on and get that bit done now. Okay, time to get it all sand sealed. This is sand sealer, and what it does is it brings the grain up ready for the final finish, to leave a nice smooth finish. Now I mix this sand sealer, it's chestnut I use, sand sealer 50, and I use cellulose lacquer the other 50%, and just get a wee brush, just give it a good coat all over the boxes, the stem. I do 2 coats on it all, and after the second coat I usually leave it for a good while to dry. I mean, it's quite a cold day here today, so it will take a little while to dry, and then I sand it with a 600 grit, just to give it a nice smooth finish at the end. I can't remember the name of this wood, because it was just scrap wood that I was given, but it gives a lovely dark colour coming off it. And I'm just going to quickly finish this here, and then I'll do the stem so that we can see the colour of the stem, because I quite like the combination of the 2 different colours. Right, just leave that there just now. And then obviously this is the stem, which is, I think it might be spalted ash, but well, I could be wrong. It goes a slight bit darker, but it really leaves a nice combination between the 2 colours after. So anyway, I'll go away, sand seal all of this, and give it a final sand, and then I'll come back and show you how I finish them. Okay, that's the boxes already. I've already given them 1 coat of lacquer. It's just, yeah, it's for cars actually, the stuff that I use. So it's had its first coat, and I'll just give it a light second coat really. Now when I do this, I really do keep it light, try not to get your brush strokes. I don't want a shine on any of this, I just want it to be more protected than anything. So when I coat it, just quick brushes across, that way you don't get any runs or anything like that in it, and you don't get it too thick. Now you should have your mask on doing this, by the way. I don't, because I'm obviously talking to you. But this stuff stinks. And the last one, that'll be that. That'll be that done. I've done the insides of these boxes, just give it another coat on the top. Oh, I'll be bitten by midges out here. The joys of living in the Highlands. Right, so just sprayed that down give another final coat. To the stem. So hey, that's it. Couple of coats of that gives it a good protection, a bit of waterproofing. I will glue everything onto the stem using an epoxy. The drawers and that are all together already, so it's just a matter of sliding them on with pop a bit of epoxy on the stem bits and slide them on, and that's it really. I'll come back with it all finished. Okay, I just wanted to come back quickly about doing the base. So on the base, this is still all over the place on here, but I wanted to get the measurement for the base. I'm just using a bit of oak flooring that I've got, and I'm going to sand it down. But what I'm basically going to do is I'm just going to cut it off. I don't want it to go further than the edges are here, and then I'm just going to do some random shape, and it basically will be just some random shape. It won't be quite like that, but it could be quite like that. And cut that out, and that the bottom part will glue onto that with some epoxy. Well, that's it all done. All went together actually just brilliant. I was really delighted with it. You can hear a nice click from the magnets there. Take it up, show it you a bit closer. This is one of the only boxes that I actually make that can be sat this way or that way. Just its preference to what everybody likes really. I actually put a matching piece of wood on the bottom for this one in the end. So that's the little drawers in there. So I hope you enjoyed that really. You've probably seen that I was making another one at the same time. This was one, I'll set it up here. This one I actually started making quite a while before this one, and it's actually a lot thicker than this one. Exactly the same design, just slightly different. Not got all the magnets onto that one yet. I think there's only a couple in each because I've just had to order some, but yeah, that was it with a spalted wood, the same type of spalted wood I think that I used for here. And I don't know, that might be spalted beech, but anyway, and a bit of oak on the bottom. So yeah, really, I'll go and take a couple of pictures. I'll take a couple of pictures of both and I'll put them on at the end. But sorry the video is a little bit longer. Obviously this is part 2, released them both on the same day, but just purely so that people can decide to watch one and then one a bit later. But anyway, that's the box done. Thanks very much for watching. Give me the thumbs up if you liked what you've seen, the thumbs down if you don't. It might be a little while again before the next box is made, because there's quite a lot of work in just its days of work to get these ones done. But yeah, hope you enjoyed, and maybe something a little bit different. I've not seen anybody actually making this box. The main design from this box came from a wall plaque to start with. It was just a one-piece wall plaque, and I was asked to make it into boxes, and these were the boxes that came from it. So anyway, thanks very much. See you again next time.